Missed target. A missed target is one of the most common ways a drive-by goes wrong. The attackers arrive with a specific person or vehicle in mind, but in the chaos of speed, darkness, and adrenaline, they fire at the wrong target or miss entirely. Drive-bys rely on timing and quick visual identification, and even a small mistake, similar car, wrong street, poor visibility, can ruin the mission. In many real cases, this failure creates serious consequences because innocent people can be hit while the intended target escapes untouched. Jammed weapon. A jammed weapon turns a planned attack into a failed one within seconds. Firearms used in street crimes are often poorly maintained, illegally modified, or cheaply obtained. Because of that, misfires and mechanical failures happen more often than people expect. In a drive-by, there is almost no time to fix a malfunction. If the gun jams after the first shot or refuses to fire at all, the attackers usually have no choice but to flee. Wrong location. Sometimes the mission fails before a shot is even fired because the attackers are at the wrong place. Bad information, outdated addresses, or mistaken assumptions can send a crew to an empty block or the wrong neighborhood entirely. Criminal operations often depend on rumors and word of mouth rather than reliable intelligence. By the time they realize the target is elsewhere, the opportunity is gone and the risk of being spotted increases. Traffic delay. A drive-by depends heavily on movement, so traffic can destroy the plan. Red lights, heavy congestion, blocked intersections, or unexpected roadwork can trap the vehicle before or after the attack. Instead of passing quickly through the area, the shooters may be forced to wait in plain sight. That extra time gives witnesses a better look and increases the chance of police response. In urban areas, traffic is one of the biggest uncontrollable factors. Target escaped early. Sometimes the target leaves just before the attack begins. A person may step inside a building, change cars, or simply drive away minutes earlier than expected. These missions usually depend on precise timing, often based on routines. But routines change. A delayed meeting, a phone call, or a random decision can completely alter the window of opportunity. What was supposed to be a clean hit becomes a wasted setup. Driver panic. Driver panic is a silent but critical failure point. In most drive-bys, the driver controls everything: approach angle, speed, escape route, and timing. If the driver hesitates, accelerates too early, brakes suddenly, or loses nerve under pressure, the shooters lose their advantage. Panic can come from fear, inexperience, or the shock of hearing gunfire from inside the car. Once coordination breaks, the mission quickly falls apart. Return fire. A drive-by becomes much more dangerous when the target shoots back. In gang-related violence especially, intended victims may already be armed and expecting retaliation. Instead of a one-sided attack, the event turns into a firefight. This changes everything. Attackers who expected a fast strike are suddenly forced to defend themselves while moving. Return fire creates confusion, raises injury risk, and often forces a rapid retreat. Witness exposure. Witness exposure happens when too many people see the vehicle, faces, or license plate. Drive-bys are meant to be fast, but they often happen in public streets, near homes, stores, or intersections. Security cameras, doorbell cameras, and smartphones have made anonymity much harder. Even if the attack itself fails, witnesses can provide descriptions that lead investigators directly to the suspects. Sometimes the biggest failure is not tactical but forensic. Police presence. An unexpected police presence can shut down a mission instantly. Patrol cars, undercover units, or officers responding nearby can appear without warning. Criminal plans rarely account for every variable in a city environment. The moment police are seen, attackers must decide whether to abort or risk immediate pursuit. Many failed attacks end here, not because of resistance from the target, but because law enforcement happened to be close. Friendly fire. Friendly fire is one of the darkest forms of failure. Inside a moving car, shooters operate in cramped space with noise, recoil, and poor angles. Inexperienced handling can lead to accidental injuries to passengers or even the driver. One careless movement can turn a planned attack inward. These incidents reveal how chaotic drive-bys really are, despite how calculated they may appear from the outside. Vehicle breakdown. A vehicle breakdown can ruin both the attack and escape. Flat tires, engine failure, overheating, or mechanical issues may seem unlikely, but getaway cars are often stolen or poorly maintained. If the vehicle stalls during approach or escape, the attackers lose mobility, the one advantage a drive-by depends on most. Without movement, they become vulnerable and easy to catch. Panic after the shot. Sometimes the mission technically happens, but still fails because panic takes over afterward. Gunfire triggers intense adrenaline, and inexperienced attackers may lose focus immediately after shooting. They miss turns, crash, abandon evidence, or make desperate decisions while escaping. Many arrests happen not during the attack, but in the chaotic minutes after. A drive-by may last seconds, but failure often unfolds during the escape. Wrong vehicle. Wrong vehicle incidents happen when attackers mistake one car for another. In many cases, the target is identified only by vehicle color, model, or a rough description. That creates room for deadly error, especially at night or in crowded streets where similar cars are everywhere. A black sedan or white SUV may look identical from a distance. When the wrong vehicle is attacked, the intended target survives while innocent people can be harmed, turning a failed mission into a tragic mistake. Premature shooting. Premature shooting happens when the shooter fires too early, before the car reaches the ideal position. Timing is critical in a drive-by because the shooting window is often only a few seconds. If shots are fired from too far away, accuracy drops sharply. The target may hear the first gunshots and immediately duck, run, or return fire. What should have been a controlled strike becomes rushed and ineffective. Blocked escape route. A blocked escape route can turn a fast operation into a trap. After the shots are fired, the crew usually relies on pre-planned roads, side streets, or highways to disappear quickly. But accidents, roadblocks, construction, or even random parked vehicles can block the path. Without a clear exit, the attackers lose momentum. The extra delay increases the chance of pursuit by police or armed civilians. Camera identification. Camera identification has become one of the biggest reasons modern drive-bys fail. Streets today are covered by surveillance cameras, traffic cameras, gas station systems, and residential doorbell cameras. Even if faces are hidden, investigators can track vehicle movement frame by frame. A single camera may catch a license plate, damaged bumper, or unique sticker. Small details that attackers ignore often become the strongest evidence against them. Informant leak. An informant leak happens when someone involved shares information before the mission. Criminal operations often involve multiple people, drivers, shooters, lookouts, and contacts. The more people involved, the more likely someone talks. That information may reach rivals, law enforcement, or even the target. Once the plan is exposed, the element of surprise disappears. The target may avoid the area entirely or prepare for retaliation. Shooter hesitation. Shooter hesitation occurs when the person assigned to fire freezes in the moment. Planning violence and carrying it out are very different things. Some attackers lose confidence when they finally see the target face to face. Fear, guilt, uncertainty, or simple nerves can delay the trigger pull by just a second, but that second is often enough for the opportunity to disappear. Hesitation can completely collapse the mission. Ammo shortage. Ammo shortage sounds simple, but it can ruin an attack quickly. Some crews bring limited ammunition to reduce evidence or because resources are scarce. Others fail to load magazines properly before leaving. During the attack, running out of rounds means losing offensive pressure instantly. If the target survives the initial burst, there may be no second chance. In armed conflicts, preparation failures often matter as much as skill. Crash during escape. Crash during escape is one of the most dramatic failures. Adrenaline pushes drivers to speed, ignore traffic signals, and take risky turns. In that state, even experienced drivers make mistakes. High-speed escapes often end in collisions with other vehicles, buildings, or barriers. Once the car crashes, the attackers lose mobility and usually abandon weapons or flee on foot. Many arrests happen because the escape became more dangerous than the attack itself.